Yeah, it's huge. You know, they're all good guys, so they're all good to have around. Even away from the rink, it's nice to have some familiar faces. So we have a little bit of some chemistry going just from back at school. So hopefully we can just kind of carry that into this camp and hopefully into the tournament.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that has helped our team kind of come together, and I think we can look at it as an advantage that whether it's playing at the national team or playing college hockey together or wherever, playing junior. A lot of these are familiar faces, so it's going to be really important for us to build some chemistry quickly. It's that chemistry is it's so vital in a tournament that's only a few weeks long.
I think it's good. Anytime you're with familiar faces, makes you feel a little bit more comfortable, makes you feel a little bit more at ease. Even the other Hockey East guys like Jack, we know him, we're friends with him, so. It's good to have the familiar faces around. I think makes everyone a little bit more at ease, especially for Noah and Alex, who didn't get to play here last year. They're younger guys, so having us around, I think that makes them a little bit more comfortable and hopefully makes them play better.
Yeah, definitely, especially with Steve. Steve, when he comes back from his injury, I played with him like the first 5 games of the year, and Ian, I've been playing with him at BC. Since Steve was injured, rather. So it's nice having familiar faces around. It just makes everyone feel a lot more comfortable, and you kind of get the jitters out of you quicker than maybe some of the other guys do. So yeah, I like having a lot of the Hockey East guys around.
Oh yeah, I think it has. Guys like Santini, even though he's not playing, has been a supporting role for me. I mean, he's going to be on the team, returning player and stuff, and he just helped me along. Just told me to stay confident and keep playing my game and stuff, and that's really helped me. And then guys like McCostin, who's also a returning player in Demko. And then Noah's right there. He's my roommate at Boston College, so it's been really fun too.
Yeah, I heard it October 25th against UMass, just kind of a freak play. So I had some damage in there that they had to repair, so they fixed me up, and I'll get the green light to play here in a couple days. So it's been very humbling experience being on the sideline, something I'm not very used to. But I've learned a lot. I've grown as a person a lot these past couple weeks. So who knows, might be a blessing in disguise down the road. It's going to be awesome. I mean, I love USA Hockey. I was fortunate enough to play in Ann Arbor for them. I've done development camps, so I have so much respect for USA Hockey, and just the fact that they brought me here and given me this chance, I'm gonna make the most of it. I'm gonna play hard. It's gonna be an emotional moment for me for sure, just because I haven't been able to play in a while. So I'm very excited, and my friends and family have been very supportive. So I think it'll be a good moment for all of us.
Yeah, you kind of have to put it aside. I've known Ike's for a little bit now, and he's a good kid off the ice, so the rivalry is just on the ice. And when we're together here, there's no problems. But after the tournament, when he gets back to the red and white, there might be a little bit of more of a rivalry there.
No, you can't bring it up here. Now we're just focused on one goal. But obviously we kid around a little bit. Practicing at BU here is kind of weird territory. But other than that, we're getting along really well.
A lot of us know him. Ian knows him from the tournament last year, and Alex and Noah played with him out in Ann Arbor. So we all know Jack very well. I roomed with him at the U18 tournament in Sochi a couple years ago. So I'm very close with Jack. Jack's a great kid, obviously a great player, the best player in our league. Yeah, we give him a hard time, but we like Jack. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a rivalry, but not now. I think we're just trying to focus in on the tournament and making sure that we're coming together. And all those guys from BC are really good guys that I've known before, and we might throw a few daggers at each other, but at the end of the day, we're all on the same team now, all competing for the same goal.
In my opinion, hockey is the best conference in the country. In terms of the depth, in terms of it's such a hard schedule, just in terms of how many good teams there are in the league. You have to play your best every night. Anyone can knock anybody off. And now with UConn in the league, it's just gotten even harder. So I think it's good for us as players because we have to learn, kind of similar to the IIHF. You have to play your best every night. You can't take nights off. And any time that players are learning to do that, that's going to help them be better pros down the road. So Hockey East is, one of the best leagues, I think, in my opinion, in terms of player development.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, there's great players in Hockey East. You know, there's arguably a couple other guys that could have been invited to this camp. So every game, you know, you have to show up and play your best hockey. So when you get here, you're kind of just in game mode already, and you have your game at a high level just from back home, and hopefully you can translate that to here.
Yeah, I mean, I think Hockey East has done a good job of preparing me for you know, the World Junior Tournament. You know, like I said, night in and night out, you're playing against older guys. So you know, coming back and playing against guys that are close to your age, you know, I don't think it's going to be easy at all. But you know, I think, you know, in the physical aspect of things, I think it's not going to be the same. And but with that being said, I think the skill level at a tournament like this is definitely extremely high.
You got to take each game as it is. I mean, like, it's a all-out war every game. And comparing it to the USA and the World Junior stage, every game matters. It's just like the Hockey East, where standings matter. Every game, every point matters.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, one thing I learned in the Hockey East is that anyone can win any game, and you have to bring your A game every time you play. And I think that mindset transfers a lot into international play, because especially in tournaments like the World Juniors, like, every game's so important, and you have to obviously perform every single game. So I think just, you know, having that mindset in the Hockey East is going to really help me transition, hopefully, if I make the team, into the tournament.
It's obviously a great opportunity to represent your country, and just to represent yourself. In that way, you're supported by 300 million people, and just looking forward to the opportunity again.
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, I love USA Hockey. I have so much respect for USA Hockey. You know, just what they've done for me as a player, and just bringing me here and giving me this opportunity. I'm so thankful for what USA Hockey and Mr. Johansson have done for me. It's no greater feeling than representing your country, whether it's in Russia, in Canada, in a practice. It's a pretty unique feeling, and you know, who knows? This might be the last time I have the chance to do it. So. You know, I want to make the most of my opportunity here, and, you know, prove to them why I should stay and how I'm going to contribute to the team.
It's an honor, you know, especially having some experience from last year. You know, this is on even a bigger stage than it was last year. So right now I'm just working as hard as I can so I can have that privilege to, you know, put on the jersey one more time and represent our country. It's an unbelievable feeling.
I mean, just like in the past, it'll be the best experience of my life. Playing U18 World Championship was unbelievable, but I think this will be another step up.
Yeah, it's something that you can't really put into words. It's just such an honor to be able to represent your country in a different way than the troops do, but still in the same sense where, you know, a lot of people are behind you, and you know, it's just incredible, and it's something that I really look forward to and something I cherish. Yeah, on one side I have the American flag from the colony, so it has the 13 stars in the circle. And then on top of that, there's an eagle there. And then on the other side, I have kind of a progression of soldiers, starting with the Revolutionary War, into the Civil War, World War II, Korean War, and then a more modern soldier from, you know, out in Iraq now. And then on the chin, I just have the 4 logos for the, it's the Navy SEALs, the Army, the military, and then the Air Force. I just like to put a lot of emphasis on that, just because, you know, they are the reason that we live free, and the sacrifices they make need to be, you know, recognized. And obviously I'm not out there, you know, trying to dodge bullets and stuff like that, but I am, you know, lucky enough to represent our country, so, you know, I think they deserve a lot of props.
Yeah, I mean, it means the world. You know, every time you get to represent your country, it's such an honor, and, you know, to think that there's only 20 so guys that get to do it in this tournament, it's you know, it's a dream come true. You know, you watch this tournament when you're growing up on TV, and you've seen some of the players, you know, that have you know, represented the United States at the World Junior, and you know, like I said, it's just it's an absolute honor.